Oh, texting and anchoring, not advised. Texting and driving, often illegal. When it comes to Michigan's hands-free driving law, old habits apparently are hard to break. A year in, a lot of people are still using their phones behind the wheel, putting themselves and others in danger. WILX anchor Ann Emmerich rode along with officers and saw it doesn't take long to spot an offender.
We've all seen them. Maybe we are them. People on the move and on their phone.
Yeah, I totally forgot even that there was a law until I saw the cop and it registered. It was, oh no. And as soon as I saw him, I knew I was in trouble.
Bridget Brown got a $235 ticket for breaking Michigan's hands-free law. She was on a call to expedite her passport when she got busted in Meridian Township.
I looked in my rearview mirror and I thought, boy, that looks like a cop behind me. And so I just tried to ease my phone off my ear. As soon as I did that, the sirens went on. He pulled me over.
Ingham County Sheriff Scott Rigglesworth says he sees it every day.
We've just simply seen way too many fall back into those bad habits, and we're just trying to continually educate people. This is not about writing tickets, it's about safer roads.
The sheriff says officers have discretion and do not have to ticket a driver. He took us along for a ride in his unmarked car, and it didn't take long to spot drivers on their phones.
You know why I'm stopping you?
I do not.
Can't have your phone in your hand.
The driver, one of two the sheriff stopped during our half hour on the road in Mason.
In front of the fire department with Georgia plate Tom, Boston, Victor. Michigan's a hands-free state. When you were back at the stoplight back there, you had your phone in your hand, you were doing something on your phone. Yeah, can't do that in Michigan.
It's illegal to have a cell phone or any other mobile device in your hand while you're driving, and that includes at stop signs or stop lights. The sheriff says to resist temptation to pick up your phone, put it in a docking station like this one. You could also put it in your pocket, or better yet, put it in your console.
There's all kinds of strategies to make our roads safer, to make yourself safer.
He says people are so connected to their phones, they even forget about their own safety.
It's that instant, I got to do it now, right? Even if I'm driving, I got to do it now. I got to answer the text, I got to send the email, I got to change the station on my Pandora, well, you name it. I got to answer the phone right now. Do you? That would be the question.
The answer is to wait, pull over and park, and then return that call, answer that text, or use your GPS.
We're never going to solve it. I mean, this is always going to be, but man, if we can reduce it even a little bit, the roads are safer that day.
For Bridget Brown, who happens to be a pastor at a local church, the $235 lesson turned into a message to her congregation.
It would have been wrong of me to get angry at the police officer because all he's doing is enforcing the law that had already been put in place. And I broke the law, so I'll get mad at myself, right?
Mad at herself and sharing her lesson, encouraging everyone to keep both hands on the wheel and off their phones.
Keep the phone on Bluetooth, hands-free, and you'll be good.
And if we can get more and more people to do that, we all win.
And WILX anchor Ann Emmerich joins me now. And I know it's frustrating when you're behind a driver. You can just tell sometimes when they're texting. So it's been about a year this law has been in effect. Are there any statistics on the distracted driving tickets they've issued?
Well, Graham, right now they're not. I talked to the sheriff. He's not keeping any statistics on it because they stop so many people and don't ticket them. They give them a warning. And his philosophy is he doesn't really ticket them unless they're belligerent with him. He does take it as a learning experience. Know that he can ticket them for $235. As you saw in our piece there, that woman had to pay the price. She wasn't so lucky. And the sheriff thinks that, for many people, that is a deterrent, that you're going to have to pay this money. But I see it all the time. And it is hard. Here we are. I have my phone right here. We're all connected. It is hard to break these old habits.
It really is. It really is hard to put it down when you're driving, but I like the idea about putting it in the console, get it out of sight completely.
Yes.
Is there a certain demographic maybe that the sheriff pulls over more than others?
You know, he says it runs the gamut. Anyone who is behind the wheel, really, old, young, people have been connected to their phones for 20 years now, and these young people have grown up with them by their side. So, like I said before, this habit is really hard to break. And when people get behind the wheel, they forget. And we're so connected. You know, they get a text and right away they want to look down and see who it is. And that's why I think the console is one of the best answers, is put it in a place where you're not even going to see it. Otherwise, you know, it's fine to have the Bluetooth and the, you know, the display in your car if you have Bluetooth, but, or behind your ear, whatever way. But holding your phone, touching your phone, texting, it's illegal here in Michigan.
Yeah, hopefully as cars get smarter, maybe it'll solve this problem for us a little bit. But the over $200 ticket, a pretty hefty fine already, but does the sheriff have any thoughts on maybe putting more teeth into the law to discourage people?
Well, one idea he has is to make it so that if you have maybe a second offense, you have points on your license, which then your insurance would go up on that. And so that might deter people because nobody wants to pay more for their insurance, right? And points on your license can take some of your privileges away. So I don't think we're there yet. It's, you know, the law was just enacted a year ago and people are getting used to it. So right now there's sort of the feeling I got a grace period, but like he said, he doesn't think we're going to solve this problem. I think as the newer generation comes up and these laws, like we grew up with seatbelt laws, are in place, that hopefully as the years go on, fewer people are using their phones unless it's on a Bluetooth setting.
Sure. Yeah, well, we hope that it does get better. WILX anchor Ann Emmerich, thank you so much. So interesting to see the enforcement side of this story. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Graham.